Hey everyone, Chef here, back with more Reus2. We are going to be playing a poet science game today. Actually, before I get in, I want to check inventions really quick. Because I think I don't actually need Ice Age Tundra now. We need Mouflon, Mouflon another time, for one of the ones that's further down here. Mouflon, African Elephant, Cacao Tree, Strawberry, Passion Fruit, that's probably Rainforest. Bog Orchid, Honeysuckle, I think that's also Tundra. So we need Tundra, Savanna, Rainforest for this game. Are we going to be able to knock out all five in one game? I doubt it, but it's possible. So Tundra, Savanna, Rainforest. And it's really the only three biomes that I want to focus on. We could technically take Forest Giants so we have access to Forest, but I think this is all that we should need. And ideally, if we do well here, we can go back to playing full random Giants forever after this. So Poet's unique thing is extra bonus for projects. We don't really have to pay attention to what Biotica we're putting down. That's a beautiful start. We have our African Elephant right off the bat. We don't have any of the other things we need currently, but we can draft them. So we will absolutely be looking to put an elephant down. And Poet really doesn't care about biome or anything, really. So we'll just give you a nice big rainforest over here. We'll give you a savanna on the other side. And we want to prioritize invention in this game. We want big inventions all the time. We will also want to tailor ourselves towards the leaders to grant inventions. So miner would be pretty good. Botanist would be pretty good. Diplomat would technically be pretty good. As somebody who just doesn't really have a specialty. So Papaya Tree's 20. Pit Viper can also get to 20. Flint can also get to 20. I think we can go here, and then we can put a guinea pig next to you, and then at least this patch will be self-symbiosis, so we can upgrade it later if we want to. Go ahead and have one of these. Over here. We'll set up Tundra. Let's to 5. That will give you a border expansion into Savanna. You want one plant, one animal, one mineral. Oh, you're a harmony guy. Oh, okay. Scribe is going to give you 120 total things. So, I like the idea of doing that, just to maximize our prosperity. We already have 2 animals. I would need 2 rock, and I would need 2 plant. So I can go rock, plant here. And then I can also get my second village down. Neither of you invent, but Huntress will go fine here because we have access to good animals in Tundra and in Savanna. You can have Flint plus Raymond Tree. That is another self-contained patch symbiosis. And then over here, we can do Okra plus Redstone, which will give you your full harmony bonuses. Okra, Redstone. And Poet has a nice little self-contained village here. Everything takes care of itself. We don't have any cross-patch synergies. Should be very easy to upgrade in the future. Now over here, I need 2 animals. Vol is only 10. Stoat is 25. So I can get a redback Vol next to a Stoat. It's not going to do great for your pop, but it is a decent amount of gold. I'm not convinced it's going to get you to 3. Would you rather put a rabbit there? No, I think I want the biodiversity, in case we draft Tundra one time and we see a good animal that's like 3 biodiversity that we have to place. We'd like to be able to just place it right out the gate. There you go. That gets you to 2. It's not going to get you to 3. So you can do fur plus carrot. And then you're going to shoot yourself in the foot a little bit for your third village here, but it's okay. You go here and here. We do need to remember for our Age of Discovery that we need science to be the highest thing we produce in Era 2. We don't have to worry about it for Era 1. But for Era 2, that needs to be our highest. Did that really not get me there? Wow, okay. How are you going to extract even more food out of this? You're gonna have to buy Eon. That sucks. I thought we would have gotten there no question. See if I can have anything better to put in the savannah. Put Nagusi down. You should have another plant in that row. Yeah, you do. So Nagusi could work, and then it gets you zebra plus gazelle. What does elephant care about? Herbivore bioticum? Okay, yeah, this is definitely best then, because they're both herbivore bioticum, and we can place the Nagusi now to give ourselves the food, and it also gives us a bit of science. Really annoying that we had to spend Eon on that, but it's the way she goes sometimes. You're going to give me my second nomad charge. I would really, really like to see Miner. I would love to see Miner. Thank you so much. Miner here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could even put a fourth village here, but we're not quite ready for that yet. What I can do in the meantime is buy a quick expansion charge and expand here. That will be... I don't know what that'll be, actually. Desert, maybe? Could also be ocean. It should probably be desert if it's the miner, because desert has access to very good minerals. And it's been a really long time since we made a desert. So you go ahead and go here. We now have 10 more Eon to play with. You want 2 minerals within borders, and you also have a food bioticum. You're going to want minerals. I would like to take copper tin skunk, but it doesn't give me any food. Potato gives me a ton of food. I think copper is going to be my best choice here, just because of how good copper is. And I'll find some way to get food out of this. Any of you guys want to be, like, next to an animal or something? You could put Agate here. It doesn't do any of the things the miner wants, but it does mean that you can upgrade this patch and not break any cross-patch synergy. So I guess let's go with that. And then you want food for animals? I'm going to wait on that one. I don't have to pull the trigger on that right now. Era 2. What are we looking at? I don't want to do Hunter Age. We can't even do Hunter Age. So that's fine. Neolithic Revolution is extra food, but I actually want to keep my food, my pop under control so that it's easier to hit science as our greatest product. And if we really want science as our greatest product, I guess we would do Great Forge. We can definitely have 4 minerals on the planet. We can definitely have 10 science. And Poet does have some science available. The flint is not bad, and the redstone is not bad. So he can make an okay forge. He's not going to make the best forge the world has ever seen, but it's going to be good enough. Go ahead and put our desert in. Give you somewhere to expand, because you're already sending your borders out a little further than I would like. But that's only because this is barren, and you don't even see it as a valid expansion target. Right. So, Hunter's Village needs 8 pop and 3 animals within borders. That is going to be zebra here, gazelle here, guinea fowl here, I would imagine. And then that will give you 150% food. because you're going to be having so much food coming from animals, you can have a trapper to offset that food with a bit of gold and keep your economy balanced overall. This will also maybe push us to enough population that we can think about our fourth village. 2 plant biotica. There's your other herbivore. Huntress, miner, poet, miner, all need each other. That's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Let's go fix the miner settlement up. You would like 3 tech, 2 minerals within borders. You are base gem, base gold, base food. You have 1 rugged currently, and you're losing a lot because of all the stuff that has a base food yield. So that's not going to be amazing. You don't have any good plants. You do have a skunk. Any of these get lost? You could go iron, stone, and that probably gets you to 3, but it's not very inspiring. It's not very inspiring at all. So that'll move you to 3. You can go expand into the desert. Poet wants 10 more prosperity, and we also need to get your Great Forge producing 40 science. Extra half science for each science and minerals within borders. So we need more science minerals from somewhere. Draft me a rainforest. Looking for science minerals. You are denied. Helium only cares about distinct legacy biotica. So you are a harmony animal. You're not explicitly harmony, but you care about adjacent bioticum. You are also kind of harmony in that you don't need to be next to anything distinct, and then you want to be next to a gem, which isn't great, but you can also go in the desert. I think I'm fine with a Scarlet Macaw. That pushes you to 8 food as well, so you're getting close. But out here, do you have tile upgrades yet? Are you allowed to use those in this era? Yeah, you need to be second era. Alright, so we can't place fluorite yet. This is going to be 20 science, which will be another 10 to the Great Forge. It'll be 27.5, and then I could also put iron out here in the rainforest. It'd be 37.5. I could probably get there with a booster after that. I really don't want to give the poet this many minerals specifically, but I think we're going to give the poet this many minerals specifically just to get you through Iron Age and to get your prosperity. And then next era, we'll be upgrading. So iron here. None of you are going to be great for science. Huntress is rating pop from miner. Let's go stop that. And then... actually, where are you going to get another science out of here? I guess with micro. So you're 15, not on a booster. You're not on a booster. You're not on... none of you are on a booster. We should just be able to go woolly moth caterpillar on an iron. You stop that. That gets your forge to 40, and now you need to hit 20 science on the planet overall. You have no other herbivores available, but you could draft Savannah a second time to see if you can find one more. White Rhino's an herbivore, but it's 2-star. Impala's an herbivore, and it's 1-star. And this is 2 herbivores total. So we're definitely taking White Rhino Impala, because it's going to improve our African elephant. We just can't place the rhino right now, but we can place an Impala. That should be the kind of thing that pushes you to 10 food. Which will get us our 10 pop, which will let us found another village. and then you will expand to that tile. Can I incentivize you to expand? Not quite yet, because I haven't filled in all your slots. Elephant grass is not going to be great there. African violet would be next to something that has base gold. And then it maintains our plant row being the row up here. So zebra to 75. It still didn't push you to 10 food. My god. How? There's so much food in this biome. 30, 75, 15, 23, 10. How is it possible? You can at least take one of those. That's going to give you a little bit of extra science. It's going to push you to 19. How are you going to get one more food out of this? 204 element bioticum. That, I think I can do really easily. We are getting up there on rugged. We're at 5 now. This would push you to 6, 7. You would not be next to a plant, though. So this would push you to 7 rugged. And you have the biodiversity. And it would give you a really, really good toolsmith. So let's go ahead and take that. Let's give you your hopper. That's your Iron Age almost done. You just need 4 more prosperity from anywhere. Copper's gonna push you to 7. And then any predator would push you to 8. You would be lost on this patch. So go ahead and go there. That's going to put you at 0, but it did get you to 10 pop. So you can start your 4th village next era. Miner wants 3 wealth. Is that also going to incentivize you to expand to it? I want you to. Start the village now. Painter likes gold. Inventor like. Alright, fine. I'll take another inventor. I want all inventions all the time. I just really want you to have this patch. I think if I buy you an expansion claim, you'll do that. Yeah, that's the right direction. Okay. So your Tundra's done. You don't have to worry about that. If I buy you an expansion charge, I can't guarantee what direction you're going to go. So I'm going to sit on that. And is science your highest stat right now? Yes. Technology is at 29. So you will be able to do Age of Discovery. You have obtained a skunk. You're going to have no era for the inventor, at least to start, but you can work on him at the start of era 2. How's your forge doing? Can I push it even higher? It's times 80. I can push it higher. It would mean giving woolly moth caterpillars to all 3 of your minerals, though. But I think that's fine. Let's do that now, because when we end this era, it's going to lock in the production of your Great Forge. And there's no other special project that we've started that is going to generate value that same way. So this is going to be the best place to spend our micro. And then third one goes here. Each one of these is going to be an extra 12 science, 13 science. So overall, we might get a whole extra prosperity out of this, maybe 2 extra prosperity out of it. It's going to push him to 14. He was very close to invention number 2. Very, very close to invention number 2. He's just not quite going to be there. But that is end of that era. We've constructed our Great Forge. We have 3-starred this era. Well done. And then here, we should be able to see Age of Discovery. There it is. Perfect. 30 science on the planet, 5 element, medicinal, or construction biotica on the planet. Given the number of minerals that we've put down, I'm pretty sure we're done with that already. It gives 2 rerolls and a terraform charge. That'll be nice for tracking down the extra stuff that we want to invent off of. It has led him to construct the Leaning Tower of Pisa. What do you do? Extra science for each science in the bioticum within borders with highest science. So we need, for this era, a 2-star bioticum that generates a lot of science. Fluorite would be okay. It would be 70, I think. And it's an an element, so it's going to contribute to enlightenment. Rainforest trees or plants, you have none. Savanna, well, rainforest minerals, I guess you could do fluorite again. Savanna minerals, you have none. 2-star savanna plants, you have nothing that generates science. But you'll have a couple drafts that you can gamble on. So, first things first, let's get the Inventor's City up and running. You can have a papaya tree, and then you can have a second Ramon tree. And then you can have a parrot here. And then you can have some distinct adjacent bioticum over there. You're not going to produce science, though, so Squirrel Monkey isn't really going to do it for you. Actually, you could do this slightly differently. You could do Ramon Tree. You could do Stone. And then you could do Squirrel Monkey. And then you would be next to 2 distinct bioticum that produce science. So that's going to get the Inventor Settlement up and running, so that you can start to come up with clever buildings. You have a second science booster out there, which is very nice. Hunterstown needs to find a way to get to 20 population. That's so high. Butcher will be 180 food. Tavern is 200 gold total. I would sacrifice 20 gold to get 80 food. Considering just how high 20 food is, you can go ahead and have a butcher. You need 10 technology now. You would like to make a building. You would like another tree. We do not have another rainforest tree, but I can draft rainforest for you. Brazil wood is looking pretty good. It's a tree. It comes with a second tree. It comes with a third tree. One of the trees is medicinal. You don't care about anything, and you don't care about anything. We don't want capybara. This is not going to be an animal rainforest, and we don't want gold lion tamarin. It's not going to be an animal rainforest. I think Brazil wood looks really good right now. And then I would really like you to expand. Stony attacked fruit reach distinct adjacent animal. Not right now. Just put a Cinchona over here. See if you can convince your inventor to expand. You have. Off he goes. Then, buy an exploration charge for your poet. Convince him to expand, so that he can grab this other rainforest tile, and then you have 3 and 3 in the rainforest. That's going to be your third tree for woodcutter. You can have one of those. Huntress is at 19 of 20. Anything that produces food here would be good. These are all 2-star though, which kind of sucks. You're not going to make food. None of you are going to make food. Well, the rhino would. Is it time to bury the impala? It might be time to bury the impala. Put another Ragusi down. Upgrade this tile. You can shift the impala up one, and then you can put a rhino in that spot. No, he's going to want to be adjacent to 2 plants. So you'd want to go plant, plant. You could do an elephant grass here because it's going to lose the food booster. That'll work. So we upgrade here. The Impala synergy is turned on. The Igusi synergy is turned on. You can now kill both of them. It's actually an animal booster. That's huge. Go ahead and be a rhino. And then you want to be next to 2 plants. Right? Yeah. So an elephant grass. No, you could do a 2-star there. Extra 2 food for each science and adjacent plants. You don't have any great plants that produce science right now. Elephant grass would be 25. So you could go to 25. No, you could do 40 of 40. You do elephant grass here. You upgrade this patch and you put yam there. And then you put red oat up here. Because you can put a fly agaric on that elephant grass in order to max out sweetener. Upgrade here. This is also going to be more distinct sets of plant and herbivore for the rhino, I think. Adjacent to 2 prey, it's not going to happen. Each science and adjacent plant. So you'll go to 25 of 40. But then if we go like this, you'll go to 40 of 40. And then that can actually be anything we want. It doesn't even need to be another plant. Because I think we only have 4 herbivores right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that could be an impala. It would be adjacent to a plant. How many plants do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're not going to get an extra rhino synergy out of that. Alright, let that spot sit. It is really nice that it's an animal booster. If you find a good animal, you want to slam that down immediately. So the only person who still needs a little help here is Inventor. 6 distinct biotica that have base science yield. I would love to do that for you. And then what's the best thing for me to do with your science booster out here? It would need to be a mineral. We'll draft 1 desert. Limestone is going to be a pretty good option. It's a construction bioticum, so it contributes to enlightened. It's a 1-star, so it's easy to place. You don't want to be adjacent to minerals. So let's put you next to a sagebrush. Let's put you next to a jerboa. Will care that it's a mineral. And then a sandcat will care that a jerboa is there. So that should be pretty good. And that'll also get you to 3 biodiversity so that you can actually put the limestone down. It also pushes you well over your 6 unique biotica. Poet rating technology from miner. No. Not yet. Maybe in Era 3, but not yet. You can have Sandcat now. And then you can have Limestone, which is going to be your last construction bioticum. Now you need 15 element medicinal or construction bioticum, and 65 total science. Construction, medicinal, or element. And then you need something that's big science. You also want plants. I can kick that Temple of Reginald up 1 more with... No, because you'd have to upgrade the tile. You could get now, because you're gold. Construction, element, or medicinal. So Cinnabar is element. Is it time to get rid of Flint? No, Flint is also element. But I do like the idea of upgrading that patch. You're also element. Yeah, it might be time to start upgrading this rainforest. Let's do a quick taiga draft. And we're looking for Mouflon here specifically. What rank is Mouflon? Is it worth re-rolling here? Mouflon. Mouflon is a 2-star. I'll hit it with 1 reroll, because I'm not really inspired by any of these. You care about Critter Biotica. We get 1 critter out of this pick, and we get no critters anywhere else, so I would be fine rerolling this 1 time, and there's Mouflon, which we also get a critter out of. So take Mouflon. Prepare to invent something with it. You want... I'm a little worried about our science output, which pulls me towards Alchemist Hut. Like, neither you or science, so we could probably upgrade that patch pretty safely. Pit Viper Guinea Pig isn't really what we're doing in this rainforest anymore. That would put you to 5, and then you just have to find 1 more Science Biotica. You guys come over here. Get ready to assist. Upgrade here. We don't really need any of these anymore. We're going to get an Omni booster out of that? No, it's a gold booster. That's too bad, because we need things that give science. So we can fluorite here. And you want distinct adjacent, so you really want to be somewhere that you're touching 4 distinct adjacent things. That's probably going to be Scarlet Macaw here. And then we can do Guinea Pig here. I know it's not things that produce science, but we can fix that in the savannah. So you go to 3. And then over here, we can do some science stuff. Like Brazil wood will give us, I think, 4 right now? Yeah, it'll be 4. And then Jabutikaba's not going to work. You might be stuck at 4 on that one for a little bit. You can do a second Squirrel Monkey here. It's base science, but it also gives gold. And then you can do Brazil wood here. So that's going to put you to 11, because Brazil wood is construction. Element, medicinal, or construction. Any others? An iron. You can put an iron down. You can put a cinnabar down. It's not next to reptiles. It's not really going to be worth it. You actually might want to upgrade that patch, because a Jabuticaba would be pretty good there. It has 2 animals next to it. It's also a tree for Brazil wood, and then you can just replay the Cinchona. But you need to keep an eye on your Eon here, because your Eon is starting to get very low. You may also want to upgrade this patch now. And put what there instead? Element, medicinal, or construction. Fluorite would be an element. It would be next to plant, mineral, and animal. So that would put you at 12, and it would also be science output. None of these animals are going to give you medicinal or element or construction or anything. That's also going to take you down to 4 unique plants, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4... You'll have 5 unique animals. I don't think you can really get around that. But this is going to push you to 12, so I think we have to do that. You're also going to need to buy Eon, so get yourself ready for it. Just prepare yourself. But this is a good fluoride. Oh. That'll still be a good fluoride. Plant, animal, mineral. Okay. Did you even get... No, you're plus 50 if adjacent to 2. You'd only ever be next to 1. Alright, this is just going to be an Impala. It's not going to be a very exciting Impala. but it's going to turn my fluoride on. That's going to go to 150. You need 4 more element, medicinal, or construction. You have 1 slot here to do it. For the sake of just getting them down, I think you have to make this iron, and you'll upgrade it later. That's going to put you to 12. You're going to need to buy 3. No, you could get away with fewer if you upgrade some tiles. Okay, that pushes you to 12. Miner, what are you looking to make? Statue? I'm going to be putting a lot of element biotica down by you, so you can go ahead and make a statue. That's fine. Gem, volcanic, and rabbit don't contribute to anything. You are a prime candidate for getting upgraded and becoming something that is element and or medicinal. We have tin. Can I see a medicinal plant? Yes, you can. You can have a cranberry. And you have a lot of stuff that's adjacent that has base science. This, with the purchase of 1 Eon, is going to move you to 13. It sucks that that's an animal booster, because you'd really like to put a Mouflon on it. But I think it's more important that we get Enlightenment 3, and we can try and get a Mouflon out of the next era. So you're going to be tin. You are going to be cranberry. That's going to put you at 14 of 15. And then you have an empty tile over here. If you have anything else that's construction. You could draft. Draft desert, look for anything that is medicinal, construction, or element. Like a mudcrack. Mudcrack, pretty good. It doesn't really synergize with anything we're doing in desert, but we don't have a plan in desert yet. And it is kind of nice that limestone is barren, saffron cares about adjacent empty slots. Maybe that's not that bad. And then we just head over here. We play, well, we buy 1 more Eon. We play Mudcrack. And that puts us at 15. So that gets us out of Enlightenment with 3 stars. Now, what's the criteria for the last era? 4 biomes with 6 biodiversity in at least 3 cities. We have 1 biome with 6. We have 2 biomes with 6. We have 3 with 6. We need 6 in this desert. We're at 4. If I put a 2-star anything anywhere in this desert, it'll go to 6. So we're going to need to buy Eon 1 more time. We're going to need to upgrade this patch. And you need to put down a 2-star anything that doesn't cost biotica. Like maybe a kicker. That'll put you at 6. So that should allow us to do Era of Discovery in Era 3. And then you have 2 unspent micro as well. Code is at 91 of 120. I don't think you're going to get there with micro. I'm looking for people to invent things. I actually want you to wait on an invention because I want to try and give you a Mouflon immediately in Era 3. So I could give you, like, gold on an animal. You literally don't have animals. Alright. Next candidate. 2 of 10, 3 of 10. Not really. 7 of 10, 1 of 10. Eh. 0 of 10, 2 of 10. We don't have any good candidates for micro. Agraricus is, like, the 40% is still not going to be worth it. Do I have any fruit producers that are adjacent to, like, 3 minerals? Fruit producer adjacent to 3 mineral. You do, actually. You could do a chanterelle on this cranberry and it would give you 67%. 60% extra food. How good is that? It's not really. It would be like 60 extra food. I guess technically that's better, especially considering I don't have any one-cost micro that give food. How close does it get you to an emblem? Not that close, but that is a good emblem for you to have. Yeah, I'll give you... I'll cranberry you. Or I'll micro the cranberry. And that should be decent. So you're going from 67 to 85? That's not that much. What the heck? Oh, because a bunch of it's from the rabbit. Oh. That's disastrous. Alright, that was a really bad micro placement. I forgot that a bunch of it was just from the rabbit. You're not making any base. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, well, either way. With new ideas and enlightened minds, humanity looks towards with their leaning down. So. Good. Rerolls, terraform charges, draft charges, micro charges, diversity, prosperity. I don't know what we're going to spend those rerolls on, considering that I already got all of the biotica that I was interested in getting inventions off of, but... And then Age of Discovery. You have 3 biomes with at least 10 biodiversity. That should be very easy to do. It's already done. Have 5 biomes with at least 10 biodiversity. We're gonna need a new biome. Yeah, you're gonna need a new biome. I really hope the star after that is not like have 6 biomes. Otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. Alright, so first things first, I want to get this Mouflon invented. Who's gonna do it? It's gonna be the miner, because you're very close on science. So what patch can go? Also, what Apex Tundra Bioticum did we get? Your Rainforest. The Sable. You want critters. You want as many critters as possible. Mouflon Synergy is Undergrowth. Those don't really cooperate. Well, Mandarin Duck kind of does. Ptarmigan kind of does. Maybe they do get along. Maybe this will be okay. Each Undergrowth Bioticum and biome. So I can shove this Mouflon in a corner. This cranberry can go. Alright, put this Mouflon in jail. And then you're going to want 6 total undergrowth in this tundra. You aren't going to be next to anything that's base science. You're not going to be distant. You actually only have 3 taiga undergrowth. You're going to need more. Oh, but you're going to need biodiversity in an ocean, too. Yeah, 10 biodiversity in an ocean. The first thing you're going to need here is draft charges. So let's work on some projects first. 40 mystery for each set of plant, mineral, and animal. 40 mystery. Your mystery is gold science. It does help you... Oh, this is kind of fun. The tiny museum. We get an expansion charge with distinct undergrowth, an expansion charge with distinct critter. Is that what we got out of Age of Discovery? Maybe it upgrades if we add more stuff to it. You also want a lot of distinct plants. Cafe may be better here. And Cafe may be better here because if we need 8 distinct plants, we know that Savannah is going to want undergrowth plants. Or food-producing plants, or I think any plants, but it has a bunch of them. That's going to make the rhino happy. There's a ton of them that produce food, so it's going to make the cafe happy. And then we can do whatever we want in the rainforest. I think cafe is going to outstrip opera here in the long term. So go ahead and take a cafe. And then we want mono fruit producing, or mono food producing bioticum in here. So Ramon Tree Flint could go. We can start to get rid of those. What is your emblem? What does your emblem do? Well, flower or bird biotica. Okay, do I have any flower rainforest? You have fruit tree. No, but you have one bird. Yeah. You also have helium, which is going to be massive when you put it down. Because you have legacy here, legacy here, legacy here, legacy here, legacy... Not legacy there, but I could upgrade that tile. You also want to upgrade that tile. We could try and legacy everything in this rainforest. We could. Huh. Okay. So what did you want to put here? Kapok adjacent to one bird or monkey. You would be next to a monkey, and you are a tree, which is going to make Brazil wood better. And then you're next to 3 distinct animals there, even though you only need to be next to 2. So Kapok tree can go here. Jabuticaba could go here. Go ahead. And go ahead. And then I think you're eating 4. You're eating 3. I kind of want to split this rainforest and put an ocean in the middle of it. Maybe I'll do that in the desert instead, because the desert has a lot of biodiversity pluses right now. You can put sagebrush down, you can put mudcrack down. It should be easy to get this desert up to 10 biodiversity, and then we'll just put an ocean in the middle of it. Do you have any expansion charges? No. Okay. Buy one. Expand here. And then you're going to need your Tundra Giant friend to come over as well. Huntress is stealing population from Miner. I'm okay with that, because Huntress needs pop and Miner doesn't. I'm going to let that one happen now that we're in Era 3. So there's your expansion. This is going to be ocean. This desert is 6 biodiversity. Oh no, you need to split it. It's not actually split yet. That desert is 4. That desert is 2. You can get them there. It's just going to take a bit of work. And then you need this ocean to get to 6 somehow. Or I guess you could have both of the deserts do it. You need one more mineral within borders. I could do that here. You would be next to an animal here. So go ahead for now. Because I want to get that draft charge out of you. And then let's start burning draft charges. Also, did you invent the thing you were supposed to invent off of that Mouflon? I know I didn't put it on a booster or whatever, but I guess I was just hoping. No. You should have put it on that mineral booster. It's not too late. You're right, it's not too late. You'll never be next to distinct. I can get you to be next to one undergrowth bioticum. So you come here. Burn a draft charge. Oh, they all get a museum. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't notice they all got a museum. Museum of Danger. 5 distinct predator, 5 distinct toxic. Okay, we can start working on that. That's really neat. This is a cool era. You want 5 minerals and borders and 15 wealth. We're close. We're close to that. The problem is this Mouflon is going to go on that mineral booster, and that's going to make you upset. Hunters gain 8 pop. That's great. I love that. Okay. Then, Mouflon here. Then, upgrade. Here. And we're going to need to put down undergrowth to make the Mandarin Duck egg. Science booster. A cranberry is okay there. You don't have base science yield though. God, I really want a new Taiga plant. I'm spending. I need a taiga plant that's good at science. I'm re-rolling. It's none of these. Well, hold on. Just read. Read first. You're double undergrowth. And you're an invention. I need to invent something out of honeysuckle. So these three suck. But honeysuckle does exactly what we want it to do in this biome. And it only costs us 1 biodiversity, and it'll give us 3. So that's great. Off you go. Then, are you looking at putting a sable down? I think you could, yeah. Though you would like to invent, and you also need 3 more mineral. You're probably going to do that in the desert. Adjacent to 2 distinct undergrowth biotica. You're probably going to upgrade this tile as well. So if you're going to upgrade that tile as well, do you get Zukori and Distant here? You do. Put it down. How am I going to get you 5 minerals? You're going to have to put all of them in the desert. That's how you're going to do it. Every single one of them will need to go in the desert. Bury these. That's a horrible copper now. We probably should have upgraded that a lot earlier. Then you have a food booster to play with. We could get a ptarmigan next to 2 undergrowth. You could also put a no, you couldn't get a cranberry on that. Honeysuckle doesn't care about adjacency. You should put a honeysuckle here so that you invent off of it. Yeah. No, wait, you already have a honeysuckle. You don't need to do that. You need to get a science. You need to get something sciencey there. You don't have anything sciencey. Ptarmigan goes here. Leave this. You're getting distracted by the fact that that's a food booster. Ptarmigan goes here. Sable goes here. Ptarmigan wants to be next to an undergrowth biotica. You want to be next to an herbivore. So you're just going to be a really good blackberry on a 3-star. You're next to 2 undergrowth now. I think that's this section of the tundra done. Then we need to jack up Minor Town. You can be next to anything. It's only limestone that cares about being next to plants. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is where all of these minerals are going to go. That's going to finish Minor Town. It's going to give us 1 upgrade charge. And it may push this desert to, well, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to push it to 8. We can put a mountain in the back, and then I can put 9, 10 on it somehow. And you guys, yeah, like rat gives biodiversity. Synergies, adjacent to gem. You're a gem. Synergies 2 empty slots. Maybe. No, unlikely. Because none of these other ones are barren. Just put the mountain in now, then. And put it above the... Put it above the bush. So that you can at least preserve an empty slot somewhere. And then this can be iron. No, you should put it on booster. This can be iron. And then this can be a rat. Because that'll put you at exactly 10 biodiversity. Or not. It'll put you at 9. Oh, you can put a sagebrush down. And that'll be 10, because sagebrush is barren. So it'll get along with you. So that's minor done. Hunter City wants wealth. That will likely be an African elephant. I think an African elephant is going to produce a lot of wealth for you. Let me just finish this desert first. This is a very biodiverse desert, man. Oh no, you still have demands. You need 1 more mineral within borders and 7 more tech. I might be able to get a blast furnace to work like that. Each of everything in metal bioticum within borders hit the highest. Did you draft a good metal bioticum? Didn't you take titanite? Now it's gold. None of these are science. Your best shot is copper, but there's going to be no rugged in this biome because it all makes food. And you don't have any good desert science. It's not going to be blast furnace. I think it's going to be power plant. It's just going to give you an extra 125, and we're going to hope that that pushes you to invent something. You are at 9 of 10. You will invent something off of that. The problem is I need you to invent 2 things. I need you to invent off of the mouflon and off of the honeysuckle, and you might accidentally invent off of this blackberry because it's on a booster. So if you could just invent the right thing, I would greatly appreciate that. And then you need 1 more biome with 10 biodiversity. Probably do it over here. You also want a power plant. But I could give you a distinct energy bioticum. Helium is an energy bioticum, and your side of the rainforest is done. You're going to get a power plant, but your power plant is going to be good. Your power plant's actually going to be very good. Alright, let's migrate over here. Start making this inventor happy. Miner has invented wool clothes. Produced from mouflon. Collection. Inventions. Done. You still have 4 to go. Honeysuckle. Mouflon. I need to find a way for you to get another 12 science. I think here's what we do. We finish Age of Discovery, and then we try and draft Desert to get an energy bioticum in the desert that's good, like oil. And that should give him an enormous amount of science. Now, what are we doing here? What synergies do you need to care about? Remind yourself what this rainforest does. Brazil wood is good on trees. 1, 2, 3 of them come from this side. So you need to preserve 3 trees. No other synergies matter. So whatever you do over here, make sure you save 3 trees. You absolutely want to put down helium, so you need everything to have a legacy bioticum. That would be probably an upgrade here, and an upgrade here. And then just save these 2 trees in the middle so you don't have to touch them. Show me a science booster. Nothing? Alright, fine. Upgrade over here then. Show me a science booster. Or a mineral booster. I would take either. An Omni booster? That'll do. That's going to be a big helium. Now, we need even more normal stuff. At least 5 biodiversity. That will be true. That also gives you your 3rd tree back. And then you want 2 minerals to make the power plant do better. No reptiles. No gems. Yes, tree. Fluorite. Can you get a good fluorite down? No, because it's tree, and then blank. So you could get plus 30, but it would mean you'd also have to put down an animal, and you don't really want to do that because your rainforest animals aren't great. So you're likely just going to do flint and stone, unless you have 1-star energy somehow. Yeah, they're not. All right, so flint here. Stone here. That's going to push you to elementary 12. That's a 1080 helium. City of the Future done. Another draft. Praise the Lord. What do you want this to be? You want it to be desert, and you want to see 3-star energy. That's exactly what you want. Oh my god, it even comes with methane. Oh, okay. Extra science for each gold science food and legacy plant in this slot. We can upgrade that bush. We can upgrade that bush and replace it with methane. And then we put oil down. And there's going to be a lot of plants on the planet except in that biome. Yeah, I think that's really good. Take that. And that's going to go over here, but you need to hit Adventurous World first. So can you get this desert to 5 to 10? Or do you want to do it in the ocean that nobody currently uses? I think you might want to do it in this desert as well. So that means this limestone needs to get upgraded. You're both fine. Because you don't have this mineral restriction that the miner does. You can just have anything. A food booster? No, you want minerals, actually, because minerals are going to make your power plant better. Mudcrack adjacent to empty slot. A sandcat is an empty slot. It is going to be the world's saddest rat, but we need the biodiversity. You're going to be... Any of you barren? No, that's actually kind of awkward. You'll probably have to put a mountain here as well. Yeah, go ahead. That's going to put you to 4. Mudcrack is going to put you to 6. You still don't have any barren mineral, though. You have barren plant? Yeah, you have sagebrush. So sagebrush here. Mudcrack here, even though it's on a 3-star. And then topaz quartz up top for extra gold, I guess. No, I could also give you Enargite. Enargite here. And then a random quartz here. That's going to put you to 10. That's going to trigger Age of Discovery 2. Please don't be 6 biomes with at least 10. Son of a... Alright. We're going to have to do this ocean, and we're out of Eon. We are out of Eon. We're completely out of Eon. I don't think I have enough ocean animals to get to 10. Because I would have needed to draft things that give extra biodiversity. So you would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you'd need to draft ocean 1 time, and then you'd need like 1,000,000 Eon. And importantly, you can't put the oil down because it's going to eat all of your biodiversity in that desert. Complicated. You haven't even put down your African elephant. Where did all your Eon go? Did you really just waste that much Eon? I think you really did just waste that much Eon. I guess getting biomes that are really biodiverse, yeah. Huh. I am going to accept that we're not going to finish Age of Discovery this game. Because I think for Age of Discovery, I need to make biomes that are like 4 wide instead of 6 wide. And spend a ton on expansion charges. So we're gonna take a different approach to trying to finish that one. What I am going to do is make sure that you invent something. This hex needs to get upgraded. I need to stuff micros into you. because you need to be producing a lot. Each adjacent empty. How many is that? It would be 2. 165. That's close. So you go here. We'll do 165, and then we'll do a fly egg rig, and then we'll upgrade you, and then you'll be oil, and you will be natural gas, and your power plant is going to go crazy. And then you'll invent honeysuckle, and everyone will clap. It's going to put you at 185. Actually, do you have anything better that's an empty tile? Like, this doesn't need to be quartz. This could be a sand cap. Because we're going to upgrade it anyway. Oh, but then you're not next to a gem. No, but you will be after we upgrade. After we upgrade, you'll be fine. Alright. Now you're at 210, so we bury you. That locks in 210 in a legacy plant on this tile. No booster? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Methane. You have none good 2-star rocks. That's kind of impressive. You could put Anarchite here for another mineral. And then the big boy. That slot's level 1? Oh, it can just go here. Yeah, just put it here instead. And then you're adjacent to 2 mineral biotica there. You go ahead. And then we replace wrap with quartz. So the topaz is next to gem. And then we look at your power plant. 700, 300 is actually not that impressive. I guess it's because there's no minerals in this biome, but you are inventing 2 new things. Okay. Is that off of honeysuckle? It is. That's 1 more done. Good. Can you invent off of Mouflon twice? This is my question to you. We'll find out shortly. Steam turbines. Maybe you can, but in this case you didn't. The last thing I want to try and do is invent an African elephant. I would need to get you +7 science. How would you do that in this savannah? Or in this tundra? I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. But you can lock in that rhino and replace that with an elephant. You have the biodiversity to do that. It's at least going to give the hunters a lot of food. How close is the poet to an invention? 3 of 15. It would be easier to get the hunters to do it. I guess it would mean putting science in the tundra. I do have another draft charge. Titan Graveyard isn't going to get you there. Lemongrass might get you there, plus it's undergrowth. Yeah, lemongrass might get you there. Although I don't think you can afford to replay that white rhino, because you're going to need biodiversity here. The elephant is going to use up 9. It's going to give you 3 back. You'd have to play millet plus lemongrass here, and then just cross your fingers a bit. We'll see. No animal booster? That's fine. African elephant. I could just put millet here. I think you actually put that African elephant in the wrong spot, because it's not going to be adjacent to the zebra. Also, it's not on a booster, so you're going to be playing invention RNG here. But you don't lose anything for trying. This will also need to get upgraded. Actually, maybe you should upgrade the zebra. No, because you care about herbivores. You're going to lose 10 herbivores here. Or 1 herbivore here. But you do replace with a science booster. Which is really unfortunate, because now I'm going to put something on that science booster, and that's going to be the invention. And it's probably going to be lemongrass. So we'll put red out here. We're going to put lemongrass here, but then the huntress is going to invent off of lemongrass. I almost guarantee it. If you even get to that much technology. We'll see. 7, 8, 9. Okay, you got there. Yeah, let's see what this invention is. Maybe you get 2. You're gonna go to 5. We could maybe get there with micro. Do we have any good science micro available? Yes, actually. Buy that. You're only 10 science, you're 360. It's definitely lemongrass that's getting it. Ivory statues, hang on. Against all odds? She's done it. Okay, so we have 2 inventions left. Ibex, Mouflon Gower, Cacao Tree, Strawberry Passion Fruit. In that case, let's see if I can entice you into doing one more invention. You are at 11 of 15. Guess who would love to have a dragonfly? Have the Frost Giant do it, because he's already over here. This should be more than enough to put you to your next invention threshold. And maybe you invent off of a Mouflon again, and then we only have 1 invention left until we're done. That is going to push you to a new invention. There it is. Alright, let's see what you come up with. Based on the icon, I think it's cheese. So we want to see you invent something that's cheese-related. Show me what you got, Miter. Black dye. I don't think that's right. That's not right. You know what? We gave it our best shot. So we're not going to get a biome with at least 10 biodiverse. We're not going to get 6 biomes with 10. It would have to be this ocean, and we'd need to draft for it, and I can't afford any more Eon. So we're going to put 1 more micro down. We'll give this methane a woolly moth caterpillar. Might give you 1 more science. It might not. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it for this one. We got like 3 inventions, maybe 4 inventions out of it, and more importantly, we have learned something about Age of Discovery. Age of Discovery is going to take a little prep, but the bright side is it's actually a really cool turning point. So if we're paying attention to tags, we can get Museum of Danger for extra drafts. That's very cool. You get a museum, it's Museum of Color, Gems and Flowers. You get a museum, it's Tiny Museum, Undergrowth and Critter, and then you get a museum, maybe? Or is it only 3? It's only 3. You only get 3 museums. But still, the museums are really cool. I think that's a really, really neat mechanic, and I will probably try and take Age of Discovery when it's available in virtually every other game that I play. It's just neat. But even though we didn't 3-star our Age of Discovery this time, I'm still really content with how that went. We got almost all of our inventions done, and all we're looking for now is cacao, strawberry, and something else. But we can knock that out next time relatively easily, I'd imagine, and then we don't have to worry about angling for specific inventions anymore, and we can really try and min-max our prosperity. 746 is not a great planet overall, either. Well, 698, I guess, technically. We are at least going to get a couple bioticum out of this, too. Let's see what they are. Wait, do we not? Oh, I guess I've gotten all of them. Alright, fine. Fair enough. So, milestones. We need to finish Age of Discovery at 3 stars. We need to do all that glitters. We do need to do True Ice Age at some point, and then these last 3 are just grindy. Have 100 cities, have 250 cities, have 20,000 prosperity. Those are the only 4 that we have left. As far as inventions go, we have 2. We have what is almost certainly cheese and what is almost certainly ice cream. Everything else has been invented. And then if we really want to grind on this, and I'm still not sure I want to, we would want to gold border every micro. Which we did, we finished 315, we're at 320. But we would still have 53 more to go. And the biggest obstacle to that one, honestly, is figuring out what's not gold border in this list, because I can't filter on them. Like, all of these so far, maybe the easiest way to do it would be to go by, like, food only. And then we'll just do a bunch of food-focused ones. We'll do a bunch of gold-focused ones, a bunch of science-focused ones, etc. Maybe that'll be the fastest way to figure it out, but I don't think I can filter on not gold-bordered. Which is a little annoying. So, still a couple more games of Reus2 to go, but we are definitely in the closing phases of it. And also, I think there's an expansion coming out relatively soon. Yeah, there's an Everglades DLC coming out in July. So that's a month or 2 away. And if we do manage to finish Reus before then, we will definitely return and play through the Everglades wetlands biome and stuff, because I just think Reus2 is a really nice game, and I have a lot of fun playing it. So if you're looking forward to more episodes of Reus, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you like the video, and you do all of those other things that other YouTubers tell you to do. And if you have suggestions for what we want to play after this, I have a couple ideas, but I would love to hear your thoughts as well down in the comments if there's a specific game that you would like to see us check out next. I will see you guys around in the next episode of Reus, but until then, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.